Hello and welcome to Noninkables. This is going to be, I've decided I'm going to make it, since it's a new year, it's going to be season 2, episode 1, instead of just keeping count, because I don't know how many more neon numbers I can find in Canva that I've been using to make the thumbnails. Sorry, there was a little bit delay for this week's episode. To be honest, I just got lazy, also holidays, and there was so much to do. I also got in a bunch of new products, mainly set 2 blister packs and 4. Amazon had a sale. So so part of my daily thing is I wake up and I check Amazon for deals on Lorcana. And so I woke up and Amazon had been selling Ursula's Return for $96, which is already under MSRP of $143. And then one day when I checked, they also had 30% off of $96 up to 5 boxes. So I ended up buying 5 boxes, and I think the total came out to like $360 for 5 boxes. And then if you include, like, I have an Amazon store card, and so then it's like 5% off. So then it's like probably, I don't want to do the math, like $70 a box, which is a good deal. And so I've been opening those, and I did do better in terms of recording. Well, okay, so I recorded most of the Floodborne packs that I opened. I did not record the Ursula's Return, but I figured because I've recorded so many things, I could maybe edit them a little bit in terms of which ones I post for the shorts. So then I would just post the ones with at least like good playable cards, if not like super rares and legendaries. So then the shorts are a little bit more exciting. So if you check out our store, you will see that a lot of those cards have been listed. I think a lot of them actually have been sold because I made maybe like 10 to 15 orders this morning, and those were just like from overnight. So the store is popping. There's lots of stuff. Everything is just mostly like market value price. So yeah, check out our store, especially if you're looking for set 2 or set 4 right now. Upcoming, I'm waiting for in the mail is some first chapter and Azurite Sea, so 1 and 6. And then once those get here, I'll open those. And now that I think the studio is set up, I will maybe try to record like an unboxing video. Although I feel like I don't have the same energy. I don't know. Brian always watches this guy that opens like One Piece packs, and he has so much energy, and I don't think I have that amount of energy. And I feel like I've opened so many cards, I'm a little bit jaded that I don't get very excited for like legendaries anymore, and sometimes even enchanteds, which people have commented on that I seem very calm, but I think it's because I think part of it is that I have very good luck, and so I often see enchanted cards, but also I've just opened so many that I was bound to see like a bunch. But this time, so in those packs that I opened from, I wanted to show off from set 2, I did get Disenchanted, so Alice, Growing Girl. That's my bad. And then from set 4, we got Cinderella Melody Weaver. I put her somewhere for safekeeping, and I don't remember where I put her. I know she's in a sleeve, but I don't know where she is, so I can't show you that. But more cool, this I was actually very excited, and I did get this on recording, so upcoming in the shorts, you will see a video. But I got a discard card. So in the past, I've gotten like a yellow one, but and that was from set 4. It was like a yellow background. This is from set 2. That's kind of cool. Yes, now we have 2 discard cards. That's pretty awesome. So that is kind of the cool stuff that's been opened and updates to our store. I haven't really been making that many YouTube videos outside of the podcast just because I've been busy. But I think in the new year, I have some new ideas of things I could do. And so stay tuned for that. In terms of competitions, in this past week, we went to 2 competitions. I guess 1 competition, 1 like regular league-ish night. So we went to DBY, which is our usual spot. This time, Nick came back from Texas, so there was a ton of people there. And it seems like when Nick is there, there's always like a ton of people. When Nick is not there, there's less people. Because I think a few weeks ago we went, there was 4 people total. So me, Brian, plus 2 people. And then when Nick was there this past time, let me see how many we had. We had 16 people. I think technically only 15 because one of the people didn't show up. And they did do like a bigger tournament. So it wasn't, usually it's just pack per win and then promos and pins for the top 4. But this time it was a little bit more expensive. Everybody got a starter deck of their choice. And then the top winner got 6 booster packs. Second place got 3. And then everybody got pack per win per usual. And the top 4 promos and winner pin. So in that competition, I ended up placing 3rd and Brian ended up placing 4th. Tyler and Gary, the other 2 people on our team, did not go to that one. Oh, wait, no, Gary went. Just kidding. Sorry, Gary. Gary did go. So, and he ended up being 10th, but he took green-blue, which is bold, I would say. Not a meta deck, but him and Amy, one of our other locals, have been kind of working on this interesting, cool deck. I feel like it's kind of, it reminds me of my red-green deck, where when it hits, it's really good, and then when it doesn't, it doesn't. So in that tournament, round 1, so first of all, I was like in a rush getting there because I wasn't sure if I had to go into work and cover for somebody until and so I told Brian to leave without me because I didn't want to make him late. And then of course, like right after he leaves, the person texts me, was like, actually, I feel okay. I'm going to go into work. You don't need to cover me. And I was like, okay, I can go. And so I was like, tell them to wait for me. I'll be there. And it's like the place is maybe like 35 minutes from our house. So I was like, I'm leaving right now. Or it might be like 10, 15 minutes late. But luckily in round 1, I did arrive before they started and I got a bye in round 1, or I kind of got there right as they started. But I got a bye for round 1, which I think maybe they did on purpose because I wasn't getting there, which is awesome. Super nice of them. And so I didn't play round 1. And I kind of got to look around to see what people were playing. And there was like Amber Steel Song, there was Amber Steel Location, there was Green Purple, there was Red Blue, there was Red Purple. There was, I think, Blue Steel, and then Gary and Amy both brought their green blue decks. And those are what I remember. And I think I did make an Instagram post about this, like kind of the day of, because I knew I was going to forget. And I was like, oh, if I make an Instagram post and put what everybody was playing, then I don't have to remember, big brain ideas. So let's see. I did right. Okay. So first place ended up being green purple. Second place is red purple. Third place is red purple by me. Fourth place is green steel by Brian. Fifth place was Amber Steel Song. Sixth place was green blue. That was Amy. Seventh place was red blue. Eighth place was Amber Steel Mines. 10th was green blue. That was Gary. 13 was a green. I don't remember. I didn't know 11 or 12, so I skipped those. 13 was green steel. 14 was red blue. And 15 was red yellow location. So that's Gerald. Gerald is always trying something crazy. I think the last time I played him, he was also playing locations, but a different color combination. And then before that, he was playing brooms. So he's always trying to do something fun. So the first round, I got a bye. The second round, who did I play? Did I not write it down? I thought I wrote it down. The second round, didn't write it down because I don't even know who I played. But first time I went first and I top decked the goat to win. And it was like, before that was 16 versus 16. So pretty good. And then the second game, I got to 13 and they had 1 lower. I don't even remember who I played. This is my memory. And then the third round, I played a red purple mirror against Alex. And Alex used to play like Sugar Rush Speedway starting line in his deck. And then I think his results were not very good. And so he was kind of sad. I was like, oh, you don't have any like spice or anything? He's like, no, my creativity has been taken. I was like, oh, that sounds so sad. So he's just playing regular meta red purple. And then when I played him, I lost 2 times on the play. I think I don't remember what deck I was running, but it was a weird deck. Like it was red purple, but it was weird. I think I added in 2 Queen's Castles and I don't even remember what I took out. But like the first game I only had 4 lore and he got to 18. And the second game I had 10 and he was at 5. And then he just kept getting lore and I couldn't do anything. And I don't really remember what happened. I just was like, oh no. And then we thought that Alex was going to win it, but based on like tiebreakers, because he was undefeated, but based on tiebreakers, the other person won because he 2-0'd all his games versus Alex had his game record was 6-2. So that was on Friday. And then on Sunday, we played in the Lore Keepers tournament down at Game Castle in Santa Clara. And I've never been there. And that place is humongous. So you walk in, it's like a normal gaming store. You're like, oh, cool. Like, this looks like every other trading card game store I've been to. It's like not super big or anything. And then there's like a back room and you're like, oh, this is nice. Like an area to play, a back room. And then there's like a second back room that's humongous that I think used to be like a firefighter garage or something because it's huge. So that was really cool. I was freaking out what to play basically between Friday and Sunday. I was so undecided. Like all day Saturday, I was testing out different decks. I was like, maybe I should play green purple. Maybe I should play hyper aggro. I was so undecided. And then they like sent an email to submit deck lists Saturday night. And I submitted a red blue deck list that I gotten from Tyler. And then like an hour later, I submitted a red purple deck list and was like, just kidding. I'm playing red purple. And the red purple I played was, I would say, crazy, a little insane. So it didn't have any brawls and also didn't have any be prepared, which is scary at best, I would say. I mean, the good thing is that people play around brawl and be prepared. They don't know that you don't have it. And so I think that kind of I could use to my advantage. But yeah, not playing that anymore. So let's see. The first game, did I even write down who I was playing? Oh man, I wonder if I will even. Oh, the first game so it was 6 rounds total, and they did give you lunch after the third round. It was like Costco pizza, delicious as always. And I ended up did pretty good before lunch, and then it just fell downhill. And I definitely think that I could definitely tell like my brain was not working because before lunch I could feel like my brain being like, okay, if you do this, this happens. If you do this, this happens. Blah blah blah. Right, like thinking ahead, planning things. After lunch, my brain was like, no, not thinking that hard. And I would be like, okay, what happens if this happens? And my brain was like just stuck. And it just kept screaming at me like, you have 4 ink, just play the 4 cost thing. And I was like, I need to work on this. It definitely needed caffeine. And it was best of 3. The first game I played against Trent, who was one of the tournament organizers. And I won twice on the draw. Yay, go me. I'm so proud of myself. The first game I won because I top decked a goat. And the second game, it was 19-14 before I won. What was Trent playing? I don't remember. I think he was playing green. Oh, no, maybe he was playing. No, he was playing. I think he was playing red purple. And I had played him also at Battle of the Bay. And then the second round, I played against. What did I write? This is not the second round. Limit thing's not even in order. I must have skipped a page in here. The second round, I played against somebody new. Let's see. I really need to take better notes. The second round, I played against a red purple mirror, I want to say. Yeah, against someone named Alexis. He had a team. They wore like jerseys. It's kind of intimidating. And he definitely played around to be prepared because he played Brian later and he was like, oh yeah, I kept playing around to be prepared even though, and he didn't know that I didn't run it. And I think in one of the games, he was like, oh, if you had just drawn a be prepared, like you would have been good. And I was like, yeah, too bad I didn't draw it because I couldn't let him know that I didn't have be prepared. That would have ruined my third game. So I think I lost that one 1-2. And then the third round, I played against Daniel, who was on red blue, and it felt like a repeat of Battle of the Bay because at Battle of the Bay, third round I played Daniel and then I lost. And then after that I just kept losing. And then same thing here. Third round I played against Daniel and then I lost. And that started my downfall. Actually, you know what? Did I win the second round? I might have won the second round. Let me look. I'm confused by this second. Okay, let's see. Let me search myself. I'm giving an incorrect story. Okay, so after round 1, I won. So round 1, 2-0. Round 2, I lost. Okay. Round 3, I won? But I must not have played Daniel round 3. I'm so confused. Maybe I played Daniel after lunch. Oh, this is going to be a horrible recap because I didn't take very good notes. Against who I played, I really should have written numbers. Oh, spaghetti. Okay, because I don't remember, I will just talk about the games I remember. So I do remember playing Daniel, who was on red blue. I'm pretty sure I lost against him. Oh, I did lose against him because I remember, I think it was after lunch though. He was playing red blue in one of our games, our second game. We basically, it was so long. So he ended up winning, but when he won, he had 3 cards left in his deck because we had literally gone through all the cards. And I think I had like 9 left. So it was like a super controlly, grindy game. And if he hadn't won that, we would never have made it to we would never made it to game 3 and finished. And then let's see, who else did I play? I did play Ben, who was playing green steel. And that one I ended up losing. There was one game where I didn't have anything to play in my initial hand before turn 4. And I ended up getting 10 lore in that game before I lost, which I thought was pretty good because I thought I was going to lose like way faster. And then I can't remember what game I played for round 3 then. But the last game I played was, let me see if my notes say anything. This was the last game. I'm looking at this like tiny little score thing that I got from Jesbian. It's not in focus, but it's really small and I write in really small pen. So it's like the background, like speckles kind of affect it. That was against Ben. This one was against Daniel. This one I won. Who did I play? I played somebody and I won I remember now. I played Josie. She was on red blue. She was on some deck that I guess Ed told her to play. And it was red blue, but it had like super goof, which was very surprising. I didn't expect that card. And I won because the first game I think she saw no card draw. And then I think the second game she saw all card draw. So really her deck beat her. And then the last game I played a red purple mirror. And there was one, I think there were 2 games where that was by the time I played that game, my brain was so dead that I was like not doing math correctly and her Flynn kept triggering. And because I wasn't running brawls, I couldn't deal with Flynn, which was unfortunate. And yeah, I was just like, I would like do math and like draw cards. And I was like, no, I shouldn't have drawn that because now her Flynn's going to trigger. And like my brain was gone. So as it continues, stamina is still a thing. I think I just need to bring more snacks for my brain because I was also wearing my Aura ring and it was tracking and I burned like 1,000 calories that day. So way more than any other day when I actually work out. I didn't work out, just sat around and played cards all day. But I think the stress just burned so many calories. So a plug, if you want to not work out, you can just play Lorcana and be stressed the whole day and that'll burn a ton of calories, apparently, at least for me. And so that was our weekend. And then after that, I was like, okay, maybe I'm going to play red blue for this weekend. And then I was like, oh, maybe I want to play red purple. So I'm still undecided between the 2. I've been playing both on Lorcanito, although today Lorcanito has been pretty buggy where like I have to constantly refresh to even know that it's my turn. So I may just practice with Brian a little bit more, but I'm still very undecided. We're going to have a team meeting tomorrow. Everyone's coming over and we're going to discuss decks and all that stuff. And so hopefully I can get some guidance / make up my mind about what to play because this is like the last competition and then the week after is LCQ and I really need to make a decision. I'm going into LCQ with very low expectations. I'm not expecting to like make it out of LCQ, like out of the 5 rounds. Partly because I know I can play 3 rounds with a working brain, but after the 3rd round, I feel like I just get tired. So, and then like those last 2 rounds would be the hardest rounds in theory because it's like the people who have made it. So I don't know. We'll see. For our team right now, still, I don't think Gary still even has a ticket. It's just Tyler, me, and Brian right now who have tickets. So if you guys have changed your mind and are not going to LCQ, let me know and we can transfer that ticket to Gary. That would be great. I think there's some other people also who in our locals that need tickets. So let us know. What else have I been doing this last week? Oh, I reorganized our entire Lorcana collection. So I kind of, when set 6 came out, I was kind of like, oh, maybe we won't collect foils. So I was creating a master set of all the foil cards. And I was kind of like, oh, maybe we won't keep the foils. But then I changed my mind and I decided I did want to keep them. So these binders were on sale. And so I bought a bunch because they were only like $15 each. And so each set now has like its own binder. So the first page is the decorative card, art card, and then it's just foils in order by card number. And then at the end, I've got like this is like, I don't know how to turn off the blur. It's like the discard card, and then we've got like the promos and stuff, and then extra promos. And so I've done that. Oh, at the lore keepers thing, we met up with Judy and Edmund. They had gone to, somehow the blur turned itself off. Oh, there it is. Back. We had met up with Judy and Edmund, who had gone to the European Championships, and they did the last chance qualifier there. So they got a bunch of the new promo cards from the challenge. So we got this card from Judy. It's the Cusco. So there's the Cusco one and the Baymax one. I believe it replaces like the Cinderella Stout-Hearted and the Rapunzel. And she said everybody wanted Baymax except for me. And I was like, that's because I love Cusco. He is the best. And so I got the Cusco card from her. And then they also had a raffle at the Lore Keepers. And we ended up winning one of the raffles, and you got to pick a pin. So we did get a Baymax pin. Very exciting. So yeah, that is what has been up. I need to make a decision on a deck. I don't know why it's so hard to decide. I think it's like I play it, and then the minute I lose, I'm like, oh, I want to play a different deck, which is not good. Don't be like me. Stick to your deck. Stick to what you know. Now is not the time for experimentation. Or maybe it is for like pre-set champs. So set champs are going to be like mid-January to mid-February. We're planning to go to a couple in the area. And what am I going to play for that? I don't know. So indecisive. But I am happy that our new studio is set up. I will do maybe like a studio tour of our setup. Once I get all these cards put away and stuff. Oh, I forgot. We also have, you know what? Look at me. I found it. The Cinderella Enchanted card. It was in a pile. We got 2 cards in this Ursula return set that are slightly like printed off that. So if you look at like the very top of the card, it looks like it's not aligned to the paper. Like there's a lot of black on the bottom and not enough on the top. I'm going to keep those. Sorry, tangent. But yeah, I think I will do like a little studio tour of our setup, and then maybe a little tour of like the packing area for our store, and how I organize that, and how your cards will be packed if you order from us. If you are a local and you see stuff in the store that you want, you can just buy through there, and we can just meet up, and I will give the cards to you, so we can obviously take off a shipping fee if there's a shipping fee. And I think that's it. Oh, I thought that we were going to get our D23 set from the person that we bought it from ages ago, but it got ghosted a little bit once again. Although one of our locals did say the way he found that worked is that you say, oh, like, because that person also posts cards. He'll be like, oh, these are for sale for this week, blah, 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 right? And he's like, oh, you just have to like buy something else. And so then he is like very excited to like meet up with you, and then just be like, oh, can you also bring blah, blah, blah? And maybe then we'll get our D23. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty poor business if we still haven't gotten it. We ordered this in August. It's been months. He did have some family stuff, so I can't really fault him for that, but still, like, it's been a long time. So maybe I'll try that, and then I will probably never buy from this person ever again. And then in terms of like the enchanteds that I pull, I'm not going to list them in the store because I don't want to mail enchanteds in case they get lost. But if you are local and you're interested, send me a message, send me a message and we can work something out. Or if you see me at the next, I don't know, if you see me in Sacramento or you see me at LCQ, we can always trade there. You should let me know if you want it though, because otherwise I probably won't bring it. So that is it for me, I think. Yeah. So new season 2, episode 1, and we'll start from 1. And then this time when we go through, I won't skip a number because I did definitely do that last year. And I'm excited for what's to come for Lorcana, and hopefully I'll get better this year. I feel like last year I did make a lot of improvements in terms of my gameplay, but I still feel like there's a lot of growth. And I do think that in the past, maybe like a month or 2, I feel like I haven't gotten any better. And I think some of it may be because I've been jumping decks so much. So you know, everything is a work in progress. All right, so that is it for me. As always, keep shuffling and hopefully you don't end up with a whole handful of non-inkables like me. All right, bye.